It doesn't pay to be a cool girl. Let me clarify. On today's episode, I will be talking with my friend Jade on this topic, why it doesn't pay to be a cool girl and why actually being the cool, low maintenance girl is hurting you, but benefiting everybody else. So welcome guys to my second episode of Let Me Clarify. My name is Claire, and Let Me Clarify is a podcast that takes a statement, belief, idea, and we pause long enough to illuminate it. So in each episode, I will be expanding on that. In this episode, we're talking about why it doesn't pay to be a cool girl. My guest today is a childhood friend of mine. I've been friends with her since, I don't know, forever, since middle school. And we've had our ups and downs. She was somebody who I had a friendship breakup with, didn't talk to her for probably 2 years. And the universe has brought us back together. So stay tuned. Welcome, Jade.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, you are my first ever guest at the second episode of Let Me Clarify. How does it feel?
I'm elated. Thank you, girl.
All right, so for those of you guys who don't know, Jade is my childhood friend. Friends for
Over a decade.
over a decade. I was gonna say like almost 15 years. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember. Okay, so we were freshmen in 2011. So that means 2010 or 2009.
09.
Yeah.
Started 09. Yeah.
Gosh. 2019 would have been 10 years plus.
16 years. Oh my gosh. 16 years.
That's insane. That's
16
insane.
candles.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So we've been through it. We've had highs and lows. We've broken up a little bit.
Yes, literally.
But we've been brought back together.
Mm-hmm. This is a real thing. True
No,
friendship,
it really is.
sisterhood.
It really is. And sisters fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like a true friendship isn't real unless you have a breakup.
Yeah. We have like some debacles, some hurt feelings, but then we always come back together stronger.
Right, so for this episode, we are going to talk about why it doesn't pay to be a cool girl. But before we delve into that, my last episode was talking about being a loser. That's my personal mantra for the year. And I know that you've been using that mantra too. So can you maybe share with us how you've used that throughout your week, if you have at all?
For sure, like you're the one that coined the loser term. Obviously, it's been used in the past, but no one's really using it today. So, like, after we talked about the quit being a loser phrase, I really implement it when I'm thinking about not doing something because I'm scared to start, such as going back running. I feel like a loser debating whether I should go on a run or not because I haven't been running in a long time. I'm not going to say how long, it's been a long time. But I want to get back to running. It's just always that
Right.
awkward period of starting over where it's going to be rusty, it's going to have hiccups. But obviously, when you start something, you can't be amazing. So stop being a loser, Jade, and just do it. Because when you don't do anything, that's a choice and life looks the same. Just
I can relate. I started my running journey as well. And when I started it, I couldn't even run like 5 minutes without stopping.
you're the
Like it
inspiration,
was
girl.
it was that bad. It was like, and you know what's funny? I was on FaceTime with like a few of my friends and my sister. I was in the chat and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is my first time. I said a few months ago, I'm like, this is my first time running 15 minutes without stopping. And she goes, yikes, it's gotten that bad? I'm like, dang, I mean, yeah, but you gotta start somewhere.
Okay. And sometimes we got to start over because your sister,
Amen.
she's been holding it down like the little like workout queen. We all were active at the same
Right.
time, but we all kind of stopped being active. And she's been trying to get me to get back active. So I'm so proud that you have actually got back. But I'm coming up on the tail end. We'll stop being a
Yes,
loser. We'll get
slow
there.
and steady. Is that what they say?
Hmm. Steady.
So, just a little background. My sister, I have a twin sister. She's in the military. She's actually a naval officer. So, yeah, salute. Okay, respect. And she is a beast. I'm talking about she's running 10 miles, doing pull ups, all this stuff. So, yeah, she was putting us to shame. And she's the type like, oh, you can only do 10 push ups. But you got to start somewhere. And sometimes you need those type of friends to like, girl, you fell off. What did Drake say? I had someone tell me I fell off. Ooh, I
Oh, I
needed that.
needed that. Okay.
I'm going to share a little bit of how I implemented quit being a loser this week.
Do tell.
I signed up for my very first ever speed dating.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done that?
I've heard the inquiries, I've seen the ads on Instagram. I've never fully
Mhm.
committed. Tell me more.
Okay, so this speed dating is an age range from 24 to 38.
That's
Actually,
solid.
actually, is it 24 to 38? Let me look at the It's 24. Yeah, it's 24 to 38. It's established singles. And basically, what you do is they're going to give you like something to fill out on your email. I think I already got it. And then you upload it on like when you go to the event. And then after when you meet everybody, because it's like 5 to 8 minutes per date. After you go through everyone, then you select who you like, and then if they like you too, then the next day you'll receive your matches, and then you can move from there to be like, oh, do I want to, see this through, or was it just a fun experience?
Is it all digital? Like when you're doing the
No,
form,
it's
it's
in
digital and then you're choosing your top picks?
yeah, that's
Okay.
digital, but like the speed dating's in person.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, you got to figure out your questions. Like 5 to 8 minutes,
Yeah,
they're heavy hitters.
I'm a little nervous. Those of you who don't know, I live in Seattle, and I've heard horrors about the Seattle dating scene, but we'll see. Maybe this can be content. I'll come back and be like, it wasn't it. Or maybe I'm like, I found my husband.
Okay, you found someone. Come on.
I'm looking at the higher end of that age range, 24 to 38. I'm like maybe on the like 30-ish, 34. I think like 30 to 35 would be my age range. I really don't want to connect with anybody younger than that.
Curious about that 38. Like, what are you about, Mr. 38?
Mm-mm-mm.
Honestly, power to you because it's a lot to put yourself out there, on a day-to-day basis, but to be in a consolidated high pressure situation where it's like all of us here are here for a reason. Like, I'm trying to get
Right,
chose, you're trying to get chose, but I'm not choosing you in a quick
exactly.
decision. So you're really learning how to be decisive in the moment. And like, you have to have those mental markers. Like, okay, like, this is a non negotiable. Like, yeah, you're attractive, but can we actually conversate?
Yeah, I like you said, I need to have my questions set. And I think one of my questions I might be like, are you on the dating apps? Because I'm like vehemently against the dating app. I'm just adverse to it. I've used them. I'm not saying I've never used them, but I've never had success with a dating app. So I'm like, ugh, wait for me with that. So I just want to, I don't know, see what these people are about.
I feel
Yeah,
like dating apps are just for exercising your dating muscle. Like,
yeah,
try and see if you got game still. See if you can like entice someone to talk to you outside of a swipe. But like, nah, like, we get out of it real in the field. Can you talk to someone in person? I'm a
right.
flirty girl. I'll be flirting with my sales associates. Like, let's have a great day.
You are very flirty. And it's, I guess, when you're talking in person, you have like what the kids say, you want to see if you have that that charisma, because everybody can be so slick on the phone. And then on top of it, people are using chat to have game. How do I say this in a cool way? How do I say this in a So let me see you without chat, without any
Real time
preparation. Like,
results. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Like, how are you? And I think my issue when it comes to dating for me is I think a lot of men just suck at asking questions or not great conversationalists. And it's like, I want a man to lead. And if you're not saying anything, I can just sit in silence. I don't want to lead the conversation. Can you
Now,
do that?
yeah, if they can't lead the conversation, I'm exiting. because I don't want to. This is not strength training. Why am I carrying it?
Exactly. Okay. No, for real. They don't want to do anything. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to be one of those like I hate men rhetoric. So let me not say
So
that, but
we love them.
we def
We gonna let you know when you're not the right one, when you're not doing good. I can talk about men. I find that they love speaking about themselves. So
they
if
do.
you engage in feedback with what they're saying, you see something's like exciting him, making him happy, or he seems passionate about this topic, like probe, ask more questions, and not just
Right.
like, oh, okay, like a placid, neutral comment. So you could learn more about him and see if that's interesting to you as a woman. But it's also noteworthy when he doesn't ask you questions when you're asking them. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
not curious about me. Noted.
No, exactly. And it's like I've been reading this book. I've been telling you about it. It's called Getting to I Do. Basically, it talks about how to get in a perfect relationship. And basically, if you want a perfect relationship, you and your partner have to decide which role you're going to take, whether you're going to take the masculine role or the feminine role. And it's not subjected to a specific gender. Like a man can be the feminine role and allow his woman to lead in a masculine way, or vice versa. And I realized I don't want to be a masculine woman. I don't want to lead my man. I don't want him to value my thoughts and lead in that way. I want him to cherish my feelings. And I think I was moving in a masculine way because when I'm having these conversations, it's like, I want you to ask about me. I want you to be like interested in what I do, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of masculine, you know? I feel like a feminine reading it, you're taking in and you're deciding, do I want this or do I not? Like that's a woman's, I feel like I'm explaining it horribly, but
No,
that's a
you're fine.
woman's, what am I trying to say here?
Femininity?
Yeah, their femininity, and that's like how their control there. They can decide whether, hey, I want to accept this or I'm gonna reject what you're putting out. So I think moving forward, when I go, sorry, my computer's about to die. 1 second. I go on this speed dating, I'm gonna move on that realm. I'm like, okay, do I want to accept what is being put out or do I want to reject it? You know?
But also being gracious, because 5 to 8 minutes is a very small amount of time to
Yeah.
have that first impression. So trust your gut too. That's what I would say. I
Yeah.
think that we have been hardened society wise. A lot of women have been hardened. It's environmental, it's social, but we have a tendency when a man is not leading to try and manipulate, maneuver, not manipulate, but
Mm-hmm.
mold him to move the way that we want him to act how we want him to. And that takes us out of our femininity. And so that's something I've actively worked on because no, I am a
Same.
lady.
Yeah, and I think you said the right word, manipulate. We as women, we do manipulate. Like it's always the rhetoric. He's so manipulative, so manipulative. I realized, I think I was like 27 when I realized like, oh, well, I'm being manipulative right now. Like I'm manipulating this man a little bit
I
in my
literally can't think
behavior.
of any examples of how manipulated.
I can think of a bunch, like for example, most recently, I told you this yesterday, but most recently I've been called a coward. I realized I manipulated that situation because I met him and I'm gonna take accountability. I think I fed him a lot of sweet nothings to where he might have thought like I really could see a future with him. But when I got to know him, I was like, there's a lot of things about him that has disqualified him for me, you know? For example, I just didn't think he had a good handle of finance. It kind of scared me how he always carried around cash. I'm like, why are you always carrying around cash? Like, why don't you have a bank account? You're 34, you know? Another thing is he spoke so negatively about the mother of his child. And he, like, when I first started to get to know him, probably the first 2 days, he's like talking about her. You're obviously not over her if you're spending all this time. And he's like, oh, women are intimidated. Then he shows me a picture. Oh, my baby mama is like so attractive. Like, why are you showing me a picture of her? you want me to be jealous? So did kind of manipulate him by being like, oh, like I could see like I didn't say I could see a future, but I was just like, oh, like maybe I did. Stop not
Be real,
even
be
me.
real. You said
Let
like
me
you
not be
admitted.
let me not be fake. I'm like, yeah, I could see a future. And I even talked about like just certain things like about not badly about his child, but I'm like, oh, like you could probably do this. Like his child was heavy onto screen. She was a screener person, like always on the laptops, blah blah blah.
My baby.
And she was 6 or 7, around that age. And I'm just like, I would probably implement a screen time schedule. I also encouraged him to add more vegetables in his child's diet because he would show me the stuff that he would make for this child. I'm like, this is not nutritious at all. So maybe he felt like, oh my God, she's like trying to be like this mother. And he felt like so wrapped up in that when I realized, I'm like, okay, I need to stop playing with this man, and I let him go. I didn't do it in the most mature way. He called me a coward. So that's when I had to realize, okay, I'm being manipulative because if I didn't ever really see that, why was I saying that to him?
If you weren't really interested in him, you shouldn't have even engaged that way. But I think it's easy to kind of, when you're not really interested in someone, you can move more freely. Like you can be a little bit more flirty, a little bit more open. But it's like when they're like, "Oh my gosh, I actually like you," and they're receptive. It's like, "I'm there, what are you doing?" So just
Right.
to say, I think I heard this quote the other day. It was like when a woman is acting like a woman in a relationship with a man, she's dating. If a woman is acting like a mother, she's dating a boy. So
Mm,
that's a
mm,
heavy hitter to me
yeah,
because for you to be like early in and already like putting like your mommy hat on, like he doesn't have common sense to figure this out. Like he's a son of a mother. His
right,
baby mother is a mother, so it's like, come on, like he can figure these things out. Like you don't need to put yourself into those predicaments so early on. I think that's us as women figuring out like how can we integrate and make a man, because that's what we do. We're
right.
nurturers. So
Which I feel like the conversation should then be not how can I make a man's life better? How can he make my life better? Because they always say, like, oh, are you his piece? Are you his piece? I do want to be your piece, but you can't be my chaos in that.
mm,
Men, and this is a blanketed statement, whatever, it's my opinion. Men can really destroy you. When they can really destroy a woman. I don't want to be your piece if you're my chaos. That's what I have to think. I'm like moving forward, like, how can you elevate me?
yeah.
How can you bring me up? Because I've said this to you before and I fully believe it. I'm not bringing shit to the table because my table's already set. Your table should be as well. Like you should come in as an individualized, self-assured person. Why do you need me to set your table? That's you now saying you want me to be your mom, like you just said. I don't want that.
So when you're talking to a man who's like, "What do you bring to the table?" What are you lacking that I need to bring something to the table? I'm a creator of life. Blessings to God. Hello. He's the first one. I'm just a subservient
Hmm.
of that creation. But like men think that they're the prize now, and it's definitely getting a little saucy. I think this past generation, one or two generations, I think this past one or two generations of men are very sassy, and I think it's due to, I'm going to sit on my soapbox. It's due to the hormone in the milk. They're just drinking all these milk hormones. These men don't even have Adam's apples anymore. Lack of test. They're just wanting to be chosen all the time as the prize. And
Yeah.
what value do I add in my life? And, women need to chase me. You want to be chased? I can call the police. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't like that, like, I'm the prize, this and that, chase me. Ew. I don't ever want to do that. No, thank you.
And if you want to be chased, another man can chase you. Good. Some of these men like to, flaunt around and show off for their boys, not their woman. and it's weird.
No, for real. And that kind of like speaks and brings up our topic today, why it doesn't pay to be a cool girl
Hmm.
and why you're only hurting yourself when you're a cool girl. So, a cool girl, I'm defining it as somebody who was like a go with the flow, like I'm a low maintenance person,
I
or
see. Like,
I'm no drama, or whatever. Like, that is a complete lie because the only person you're hurting is yourself. I don't know about you. I don't know. Have you ever had an experience, Jade, where you felt like you were a cool girl or you're trying to be cool, chill, low maintenance to seem more likable and more lovable?
I definitely think I have. When I, in my past, I think if I could not get with the guy that I wanted, how I wanted, that I'd be like, you know, I want you. So, yeah, I'll have you how I can
Right.
take you. And I'm like, this doesn't bother me. Sure, like, we're good, we're cool. And like, I am not that person anymore. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want you just any which way. Like, if you can't be mine the way that I want you to be, then you're not mine. And when you keep trying to be a cool girl, and like we see it growing, where like, oh, I'm just a guy. I'm just one of the guys. Like, no, 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 those are my friends. Like, we're so cool.
Right.
You're you're lame. You're done because everyone's walking over you. You're dishonoring yourself, and you're sitting here unfulfilled because you are projecting a false version of yourself to the world. And you go home, sit in your room, and you feel lacking.
I totally agree. Like I've had experiences being the cool girl, the low maintenance person, and it never works. It never works out because that's not who I am in my inner core. And when you bottle things up for so long, you end up like imploding, and then you end up being the person who you're trying to avoid. You become that crazy high maintenance person, that irrational person because you're like, why didn't you text me? And oh my gosh, you don't call me. You said you're gonna call me back. You didn't. And then they're like, you didn't care about it before. Why do you care now? And it's like, oh, because I was trying to act like a cool girl. I really did care that you flaked on me on the date. I really did care that you didn't call me back. But I was trying to be cool to get the guy. So, like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Blah, blah, blah. And guess what? I didn't get any of those guys being a cool girl.
And you
So
know
I feel
what?
like men, and I think that I'm going to say we as women, we, not all of us, because some people believe that ain't me. I was never that, whatever. I think we as women think that men like that and men will like cherish that. So, like, okay, if I'm cool, then he'll get in a relationship with me. No. When you're a when you're a low maintenance person, you eliminate the man needing to be responsible, needing to grow up, needing to level up to match you because you're cool, because you've accepted bare minimum. So why would I have to straighten up for you?
Mm-hmm. And just it makes it harder for every other woman too when they're dating because all these guys are like, oh well, my last experiences are just so easy breezy, and the men they don't even respect us when we this way. Like, wow, she's desperate. Sure, I'll have fun, but this isn't wifey. This isn't who I want to marry. I'll enjoy the time now.
And I think like in pop culture, where I'm seeing this happen the most is with Blueface and all of the women that he entertains. All of the women he entertains are cool girls. Krishan Rock started off as a cool girl. She was like, oh, I'm just with this. It's a PR relationship. I'm just getting this money with him, blah, blah, blah. She ends up catching feelings. And now you're asking for space and attention that you never needed. And now you're the issue. You're the problem. Why are you asking for this when I told you what it was from the jump? Like you even see that most recently with, I know you don't follow Blueface at all, but
I mean, I know what he looks like. I've heard some things. It's just, it's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling to me that there is plethora of women that are falling to his feet. and branding their bodies for him multiple times.
Right.
So it's like, is it honest? Is there magic involved? Like, I just don't. You're not in the right of mind, babe. All these women are in the right of mind. There's a common denominator, but like, just because he has a bit of money, we're losing ourselves. And then you see the trail of tears that follow, and it's just like, why are you stepping up to be next? Just like the women that date men that 6 baby mamas, why would you want to be seven?
That's like Mariah the Scientist. Like, if you ever see the interviews Mariah the Scientist has, she talks about how she values marriage and that unity and family life. And she said she would have never married somebody with multiple kids, multiple baby mothers, all these things. And now she is conceding to her standards for Young Thug. I was like, what? We got to do better.
Not need to be. I just you can't keep like dishonoring ourselves. I keep saying dishonor because it's how heavy it is. Like we have to have standards. We have to have values, our own moral code, and abide by that. I mean, yeah, I can be lonely, girl. Yeah, I could be like, he's a disappointment. He's a disappointment. He's not the one. He's not the one. It's like, yeah. But as soon as we're quick Xing these people out, is the soonest we can find the one at the check. That's really it. We gotta stop letting dudes be placeholders, letting them, soften our hearts. Cause oh, he has these good qualities. I like. Oh, he talks to me so sweet. When it's just us alone, he treats me well, but we're not in public together. We gotta stop accepting this craziness.
Right.
If you want to be with a guy and he wants to be with you, he's got to court you. What happened to actually actively working for courting? It kind of diminished because women just not accepting that. They're not demanding it, and we aren't just like making it so easy for them to have their.
I would even go as far as saying that being a cool girl is doing a disservice to other women
Mm-hmm.
because we are propping up these men to give bare minimum, to disrespect us, and then they could think they can do it to other women because if Sally from across the street can do it, I could find someone else to do that.
Yeah. Just like it's getting a little PG-13, but just like when you're in the bedroom with a guy and he's like, yeah, like this is my past experience. Like, women in my past will always say, I'm so good at X, Y, and Z. And it's like, why are some women actually lying? You cannot lie on irrefutable things. Either you are, or you're not. Either you're big.
I think about, I mean, I want to say that I hate that I'm healed. I mean, I hate that rhetoric, but I mean, it works for other people. But I'm thinking about a situation where I was involved with somebody who I want to say emulated people like a Blueface, like a,
A
I don't know,
YN?
those type, yeah, a YN who can just be like disrespectful to women. And it's like I tolerated that. And I feel like I can relate to these women because I'm like, I was stupid like that. And I'm looking at their ages, and their ages are like, I'm sorry, I'm specifically going back to this Blueface thing because like I can't get over it. He has this new girl, Nevaeh, who's 24, and she's the same thing. She was like, oh, I have control. The minute you think you have control, like, oh, it's okay, you don't. You really don't. Like,
Young,
you
impressionable
look
woman.
stupid, you look played out.
You're
And that
done.
was me. Done. Stupid. This man had me looking stupid all the time. I'm like, what are you doing?
They do that. And it's like they take so much pride and joy. And I wish I could be able to like be a fly on the wall and like hear those guy conversations. Like, are you talking to your boys? Like, yeah, like this girl that I'm with right now, like you won't even imagine like what we've just gone through and like what she's accepting of. Like, let me see what else I could slide by. And it's like you let a dude slide once, he's gonna keep ice skating.
No, you're so right. He really will. And you know what? He'll always circle back. I know this girl. whenever I need it. And on our end, we're like, "Oh my god, he thought about us, like, 4 months ago." I mean, 4 months after not
Been so
speaking,
long, he's
he
still
I
thinking about
know, oh
me.
my gosh. Like, don't fall for it, and I'm like, this is nothing new that we're saying, you know what I mean? But people are still falling for it. Even me, like, there's people in my life.
And
If you
me.
hit me up, right? I'm like, if you hit me up, I mean, I feel like I have a little bit more strength, but Imma look at that message like, "Let me close it."
Mm-hmm. And when you slide, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slide too. So when you circle it back, it's like, what are we about to be at Ouroboros? Like, can we not? Can we not?
Yeah, nothing good happens back with a circle back. I mean, I haven't seen that in my experience. I know some people be like, "Oh, like we dated and then we reconnected and now we're married." I have yet to see a successful circle back. Have you?
I'm hoping that this might be a successful circle.
No, for real. I'm hoping that too because like, you know what gives me hope, which is probably bad? Insecure. Like Issa ended up with Lawrence.
Uh, no. Okay, because no, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because I don't want that will not be my situation. I'm with you, living with you, loving you, date a long-term relationship. What were they like 5, 7 crazy years or something like that? She gets tired. He doesn't want to change. And he feels like a new man, finds a new woman, gets her pregnant quickly, and then he's like, you're the one for me.
But isn't that like to play devil's advocate? Isn't that like just showing you that love is not linear? It's sometimes a little messy.
That shows me you know if you want to marry someone within a short amount of time. I don't think Issa got married to Lawrence. They just got back together, right?
Yeah, they didn't get married because it was Molly's marriage at the end.
Right. So no, that's they're about to be those long-term domestic partners together so
But can
long.
we assume like I forgot like did they show a jump ahead like years later or no?
I just remember the jump ahead and Issa's in the kitchen with Lawrence somewhere. I don't know. I don't
Right.
know.
I'm like, was that her? Because remember she had a jump ahead
Yeah, that
where
was
it
her
was
home, her new home.
it was her home, but it was the light skinned guy. Who was that light skinned guy that we
You
thought she was gonna
we
end up?
thought she was gonna end up with. I don't remember his name.
I don't know, but that I mean, okay, we can agree to disagree, but that show gave me hope because I'm like, I feel like I feel like I'm Issa Rae, like or I don't know what her name was in the show, but I felt like I'm
Issa? Yeah,
Issa
yeah,
in
that's Issa.
Insecure, but I don't think her last name was Ray.
Uh-uh.
Anyway, I felt like I was Issa in the sense that I'm like, pardon me, I'm like this awkward black girl trying to figure it out, figure out my career, figure out my romantic life. Then I have like this group of friends that are more established than me. So I'm trying to find my footing. I felt like Issa Rae. I'm like, maybe, and I'm thinking of a man in my head, and like, maybe this man is my Lawrence, and that we're just meant to separate. Hopefully, he doesn't get a kid on me. But I think I have to let go of that because mm-mm.
Absolutely. Let it go. Throw it away. Incinerate it. Mm-mm. I rebuke that for you. I rebuke that for myself because there's better examples out there. Because everyone wants a redemption story, but like even how people are thinking like Sierra and Russell, what is his name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Russell
Sierra,
Wilson.
like Future, that man must be a smooth talker. Like he really took her through so much just for her to find her prince at the end. Like, can we? But sometimes we're hard headed and we don't listen to the red flags initially. We just, like, I'll put that flag away. Where's the green? But then on the other hand, you don't want to be like Molly and you're just like cutting things. You're too diligent cutting off things early on. It's like, have you even gotten to know this person well enough to ascertain if they're a good character or not?
Like Molly, it spoke to her lack of vulnerability. That's why she was so quick. And like, I absolutely hated how Molly disqualified men. She'd be like, he's too short, he's too this. And I'm like, because if it was reciprocal, because men do this, but if it was a reciprocal and a man disqualified you for such a shallow reason, you're going to be like, ew, you're superficial. So that's what I didn't like about Molly.
Yeah, she had bad disqualifiers, but I am of the mindset I like a tall man. And I used to think, oh, as long as he's taller than me, I'm
Mm.
not looking down, it's okay. No, I want strong
So that's
feet.
like a non-negotiable for you. You want, what's your height
Non-negotiable.
range?
I actually talked to a gentleman I worked with about this. It was saying, like, if he's like, if you want to be with a black man in America that's making like a certain salary, you're already cutting your percentile. There's like maybe like 10%. And if you want them to be like over a certain height, there's like maybe 3%. I don't care about any of that, all right? I want a man at least 6'2". 6'2" is so good. I would love a 6'4", but over 6'4", it's like, all right, like the body frame is just a bit disorienting. Like is this giganticism? Is that the term?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like a tall man.
Giganticism? If that's giant,
Like
what's
those
his name?
seven.
Shaquille O'Neal's like 7 foot.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
he's
real giant.
good for him with whoever he's with. But for me, I like height, a little bit of body, a little bit, what's his name? Oh my God, John Anthony? The John Anthony, the boxer.
Oh, yeah, yeah, the one that beat
John
up
Anthony
the
just
Paul
beat up
brother.
people. Oh my, is that boy, that man, that's a man of men. Yeah, that's a bit me in it. Bit me. So, height is good, but I'm not gonna just be with a man just because he's tall. Also, like,
Mm-hmm.
drop the accent back because it's gonna keep going.
No, it's okay, babes. Like today, I think I can do it too, innit?
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, There's other qualities you need because it's all
Right.
about genetics. Like whenever you're attracted to a person, you're attracted because you like the pheromones. The pheromones are chemicals that our body's saying, "Hey, this is a good character. This is a good person that I could procreate with," which is the whole
Right.
point of intercourse, procreation. We're forgetting. So if you don't think you can even procreate with a person, you shouldn't be in their sheets. And we forget that.
You know
There's a
that
chance. There's a
that
real
babes.
chance.
Okay, let me try to put on an accent in it. That reminds me of a funny story I've had about myself in it. I was not like there was no chemistry with me and a lad, no chemistry whatsoever, and I really tried to fake it. I can't do the accent. I'm so rough, but I tried to
No, it's
fake this
good.
chemistry, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll give you a massage." It was literally the worst massage I ever gave and the worst massage that he ever received because there was no chemistry there. It was like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I
yeah.
and I and I feel like sorry to that man because I know he felt rejected and like that's not my intention. I just was trying to like move on the fact that okay, he is a decent person and my friend vouches for him. He's established. He had like all the things I'm looking for. I'm looking for an ambitious person, somebody who's established, someone who like has good morals and values. They value family. He had all of that. I had was no there was no physical attraction and he just was boring like at but I tried to push beyond that because the reason why I thought I could do that
Why?
is because the last person that I was involved with, the one that I went crazy for, I was not attracted to him at first. I really wasn't. I think I was attracted more to the need to prove myself. And this kind of speaks to the whole cool girl because I wanted to prove myself that I wasn't like every other girl. Because he was like, oh, all girls are the same.
That's
They're
his thing.
this, all right. Like they just want money from you. They just want this, you just want that. I'm like, I'm not like that. Like, I'm low maintenance. Like, I don't need this. I'll pay for my stuff. I'll do this. I'll do that. And like, I guess I was obsessed with the need to prove myself that I was, I guess, above the women that he entertained. And I slowly became on that same level. So, yeah.
It's debilitating. I mean, I think that's the, like, I don't know which chemical that is, but it's like those highs and lows. Like it's getting you, and you're just like, like that competitive drive.
Right.
So manipulation. He knew what he was
No,
doing.
so I really thought I could give this man a good massage. It was so bad. And like, I think it was only like a 45-second massage. Like, I didn't even want to do it. And it was kind of like, whatever. And you know what? You know what made me even mad was like, after that, we still continue to talk. And then he wants to make fun of me. And he's going to be like, oh my gosh, you gave the worst massage ever. That was so bad. That was so bad. Now, if I ever thought of like trying to redeem myself, I don't ever want to. Like, I just don't want to be made fun of.
Yeah, no, but like, hello, you could have given active feedback.
Right. Or maybe I could have been more vulnerable in there. Like, hey, sorry, I just, was,
No, no
no?
apology. You didn't want to touch his body. Like, I know exactly what you mean. You're like, ew, like, this is
Yeah,
your
but I
inner
offered
skin.
it though. You know what I'm saying? It
It's
wasn't
still
like he's like,
ignorant.
right, because I was trying to like make something
Protect
shake.
yourself. And this is the issue I think we have with society, where they're like, oh, physicality is not everything, but hello, attraction. I literally talked to, there was this man I spoke to about, this boy I spoke to about this. I was like, oh, this girl, like, she could have worked out. You know, she was everything that I, she was great, she was kind, da, 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 but I just wasn't attracted to her. I wish it would have worked out. Biology 101. If you're not attracted, it's not going to lead anywhere. And that's why a lot of people marry for money and they're not fully fulfilled. Like, you
Right.
may not have the physical appearance, but you might see like charm in their personality, the way that they care for you, and how they are just attentive. So there's like different ways to be attractive. But
Yeah. And I think it kind of speaks to like a larger thing, like, because I'm going to argue that attraction doesn't always equal compatibility. Like, you can both be attracted to each other, but then you get to know this person, you're like, he ain't nothing but a pretty face.
yeah, because when you catch that ick, it's done. For me, when I get the ick, mm-mm. Yeah, he used to be so beautiful to me. You know what I'm talking about. He used to be so
Right.
beautiful, and I watched
Right.
him morph before my eyes. And if he came before me again in the future, I would not see any beauty and be like, what is this gremlin? But
Um,
there's all the time that we can like go out and about and like see someone that's attractive, and there's something that you're like, I wouldn't go for that. But the man that I currently am
fancy.
fancying, yeah, I find attractive. There is chemistry, but there is a mismatch in compatibility in a few places. So
Yeah.
I know you're definitely like, this is not for you. And I'm just like, well, let me keep seeing. Let me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like, it's too early to tell, so I'm going with the flow for you. I mean, I hate to say I'm going with the flow. Yuck. I'm not doing that.
But,
I am taking your lead.
but when I have to keep praying to God and asking Him for signs, and He's giving me signs, I'm like, no, wait. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I'll be a little bit vulnerable. I
Ooh,
met
okay.
I met him on a date. I met him on a date. I've never met anyone in person in dating app before this guy. I've like literally gone on dating apps before in the past, but it's scary. But
It
this
is.
man, when we talk, there is such emotional depth and connection. And like he was just so vulnerable and self aware from the beginning, which scared me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not ready to share these deeper parts of myself. Like, are you even deserving? So I just appreciate that. And he just makes me feel like a safe place and he holds it for me. There's definitely like a lot of good energy between us, but there's more components that are needed to say that somebody is.
And this is who I'm thinking about?
That's who I'm.
No, I mean, like, do I know the person you're talking about?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, good. Because
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, is this a new person?
No. Oh, does it sound like
Okay.
he's new? No,
It
no.
kind of does. I was like, oh,
Don't you love how he spoke about?
yeah,
I know, but what's for you is for you. Can't ever miss it. So we'll see. We'll
mhm,
see. Because at the end of the day, like, we have to stop centering men, like decenter men, and that's what I've been actually working on with my with our dance of
mhm,
fanciness, because I'm not in pursuit. So I am living a lie. I'm furthering education. I am working. I'm stacking hobbies, which I say tentatively because I have thought of stacking hobbies. I haven't actually executed new hobbies like running. I
right.
am working on executing that. So find joy, find girlhood, sisterhood. And when we want to meet men and have these spontaneous encounters, let's maybe not go to all the girl spots because they're not there. But don't go to men's spaces. Find places that are
Yeah.
just
Yeah, like I was thinking as you're saying like you're living your life, you're investing in yourself and you're bettering you. I found when you do that, like that's what attracts men, not being the cool girl or the chill, like low maintenance. Because even me, like I've been running, I've been like getting my nails done, do more girly things. And as I'm doing that, guess who's hitting my line? All these people that I feel like have been passed out on me or hadn't really been looking at me. I'm like, I got mad people in my DMs now. Why? Because I decided to take space. I decided to ask, ask
continue.
for attention. Yes, I'm not like, I remember, let me tell you this funny story. This is going back to the guy I'm talking about. I knew that I was essentially, this is so, guys, don't judge, okay? I knew essentially I was a roster girl. Yikes. I was part of a roster. I knew that. You know what I mean? And I felt like, okay, well, I have control of this, whatever. But because I knew that, I remember he had taken me out to eat, and there was this waitress or the hostess who knew him. I was like, hey, like all cute or whatever. I just was like being the chill, low maintenance person, and I was like, I just cowered to that. Like I basically tried to act like Casper the Friendly Ghost, like you can't see me. And I'm like, now the person that I am or the person that I'm becoming, I would never let that happen. Ew, you're gonna see me, you're gonna know who I am. Like, that's not gonna happen. And maybe I don't have to make a scene, but I can just be like, why would you? Like, no man that I want to be with would ever do that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And I think also knowing that like you were a roster girl, but like I think it would be different if you were dating exclusively.
Yeah.
But as I say that too, I'm thinking about my own situation. Like I've had encounters where I was out with my ex and like people he knew walked up. It was like people like he went to school with walked up and like they're just greeting him. And I'm just watching the engagement. I'm like, who is that? How do they recognize you? Why are you going to the same
Right.
spots that you used to go to? Like, what? But alternatively, I could have been like, hi, I'm Jade. Who are we?
Right. Like, introduce yourself.
Yeah,
Like, don't make
hold
yourself
space for
small.
yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's tough because it's like all the mental gymnastics. Like, oh my gosh, how do I interact? What is going to happen? Why are they approaching him? What did I say? What are we doing? And it's like, well, relax, relax.
But here,
Hi, girl. Hey, girl.
we gotta live.
Are you good? Are you good? Yeah. I don't know why she's yelling. Over. Let's see. And the cool girl
Yeah.
antics are just self appreciate. Mm-hmm. I I don't want to be a cool girl ever again. Oh my gosh, I remember in middle school I was such a cool girl. No, let's not talk
Hmm.
about that. In high school, I was such a cool girl. had a
Mm-hmm.
friend. You remember the little girl I ran around with when I wasn't running with you? We
Mm-hmm.
were always hanging out, and she was cute. She was pretty, but she was like an alternative girl, and I was alternative
Right.
at the time. And there was this guy I thought was so hot,
Mm.
Nate Tran, so hot. I
No. Oh my gosh. She said the name.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
hopefully he doesn't listen.
he
He's
was
not gonna
fine back
listen.
then. Still think he's fine. He's beautiful, but Nate
Yeah.
was not
I
good.
knew you liked him.
And
Mm-hmm.
I shot my shot with Nate, and he's like, "Oh no, like you're just the bro, but like, what's up with your friend?" And I was like, "Oh
Yikes.
yeah, sure, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah."
Mm.
And I threw the alley oop.
Why,
No,
girl?
like no self worth.
Ew, get up.
I know, and I would just be hanging out with him. And we would be talking about her, like how he could, right, make his move. But he knew what he was doing. Like he knew, he just liked the attention I gave. Because why was he sending me Snapchats of his games? You know I liked you.
And he definitely knew you. He definitely knew that you liked him, and that's why he was sending that because he wanted that ego boost, and you gave that to him.
Cool girl. Thanks.
Cool girl, I'm done doing it. I'm done doing
Said
it
it. Said it.
because like you, I know you didn't watch the most recent season of Love Island, but in that most recent season of Love Island, there was this girl named Sierra, and she was the epitome of being a cool girl. Like she was like, "Oh, I don't care, I don't mind, or it's okay." Like Love Island every week, like new bombshells
Bombshells.
come, and it's like if you need to explore, go ahead. Like it's early days, and they had a Casa Amor where he got voted dumped off the island, and another girl got dumped off the island, and the twist was for them to come back as a couple.
Mm.
But the girl who got matched with her partner was her bestie, and they ended up kissing and having the like steamy makeout session. And she was like, "I don't care, I don't mind, it's fine, like it's cool."
That's your
And then
bestie.
right, and then her friend Iris was like, "Are you sure you don't mind?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't mind." And then later on, she's like, "I actually did mind." I'm like, "Girl, take that. It's okay to be like, hey, I feel a way that you made out with the guy that I like. Yeah, we're not exclusive or anything, but I feel a way." I mean, your why do we try to like minimize our emotions for other people? I'm pretty sure if you're mature enough, you can hear saying, "Hey, I feel a way that you kissed." I know this is the premise of the show, but we're very close friends, and then for you to make up with him, it just feels icky. I get this is a show. She can hear that and be like, "Girl, I hear you, and this is what we had to do to get." And I think Alandra
Nar.
handled it well. Like Alandra was like, "Hey, I kissed him and I realized it wasn't really it," but she ended up really liking him. Anyway, I'm saying this to say, don't minimize your emotions and stop being the chill, go with the flow girl because it's going to lead to your demise. It's going to lead to potentially a crash out.
You're gonna flow into nothingness.
Exactly.
It's can't do it. Can't do it. Going with the flow, being cool, like it doesn't lead you anywhere substantial. And
At
these guys will
all.
just accept anyone. People treat you how you let them. So if you demand and command to be treated a certain way, that's how they will do it. We shouldn't have higher values for our friends and lower values for our significant others. I saw a video on the clock about, Quinn Blackwell. She
Hmm.
was with her best friend. His name is it Larry or something like that? Little, a guy. I think he's a gay guy. And she was just saying how, like, how good of a friend he is to her has broken up her previous relationships because she's like, why is my best friend treating me better, loving me better,
Right.
like in a platonic way than someone that I'm dating? Like, you get,
Mhm.
like, you cannot accept less for a romantic partner.
At all. And you know what? When you demand that space, you get your answers.
Mm-mm.
Like, for example, On one of my runs, I did a 12K, like 12Ks at Christmas, and I met this guy. We exchanged numbers, and I didn't even like when I exchanged numbers with him, it was more of a networking thing. So I didn't really think like, oh, he liked me. 2 weeks after the fact, he's gonna text me and say, hey, I'd love to take you out for coffee. And I was like, I don't really like coffee. I like tea. I don't mind doing tea. And he was like, okay, where do you want to go? I was not doing that because I'm like, I don't want to lead. You asked me out. Why am I having to pick my brain about places to go? So I basically said like, hey, no, I'm fine with whatever. Like, I'll take your lead on it. Once I said that, it's been almost a month now. Like, he has not responded back to me. So I'm like, okay, I got my answer. Like, I asked for a man to lead and he wasn't prepared to do that. So he ghosted me.
They don't even know how to lead. But it's not hard. It's
It's not.
confident.
I'm literally asking you to carry out a date like fully. Like, if you ask me out, do the full step. Like, ask me out, pick the place, do all that. You can't ask me out then expect me to take the alley oop or the baton and do. No, 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 no. We're not doing that.
Like you initiated the communication. He initiated communication. He initiated the plan to go out. So it's like, how are you indecisive when you decided in that moment?
Exactly. So I'm like, it just shows a lack of leadership in my end. So thank you for showing me that before I even went on a date with you.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay. Oh, okay. So with that to close, let us reflect. Okay, what did we talk about today? Stop being a cool girl. Just stop it. I mean, it doesn't do any benefit for you. And if you are somebody who, I mean, maybe you know somebody younger. I'm like speaking to the younger women. I know I'm not that old. But girls, it just doesn't work. It doesn't help you at all in a relationship aspect. It doesn't help you career wise in the job force. If you're like, oh, cool, go with the flow with friends, speak your mind, say how you feel, own space, and be who you are.
Yeah, because even in the job market, these Gen Zers doing the things they know, like, do not be working off of the clock at all. That's insane. Your
Right.
time is valuable. You are valuable. Don't say, oh, yeah, it's fine if someone is talking to you crazy. That's being a cool girl. Don't let, some man just walk up to you and enter your personal space and be like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. No, it's not. Did you just feel uncomfortable? Honor yourself.
Right.
Let's stop dishonoring ourselves by trying to be cool.
Yeah, I would say like have like that childlike decisiveness because children are very aware about them. I don't know if they're self-aware, but they are very decisive. They'll say, no, I don't want this, or yes, I want to do this. They're strong advocates of themselves. It's only through society and experience that we learn to stop advocating for ourselves. So I would say have that childlike decisiveness
Yeah.
and stop being a cool girl.
It's not a hot girl summer. Don't get it twisted, okay? It is a warm and lovely girl time.
Amen.
Okay. Thanks for
All right, well,
letting us
uh,
chat.
yes, I want to thank you, Jade, for coming on today and just having this conversation with me. I hope to see you more and have you guest star a lot more because my favorite thing is to have conversations with my friends. I feel like my friends are the coolest people in the world. So I always love to have great conversations. So with that, we're out. Thank you. Yes. All right. See you next week, guys.
Bye.